T Squad, did you guys hear the latest news that Destiny just dropped a bombshell that could change everything we thought we knew about Sunny and Moses' marriage? You won't believe the details that are coming to light. Welcome back to the Color Me Pink channel, you guys. So today we're going to unpack the latest buzz surrounding Sunny and Moses' marriage. If you've been following their journey, you know things haven't always been smooth sailing. But now with accusations flying from Destiny alleging that their marriage isn't real, their relationship has become a hot topic that you don't want to miss. So recently, Destiny sat down and did an interview, and she discussed Sunny and Moses, their marriage, and how she feels like when Sunny was her producer last season, that she was the reason why she didn't have a storyline and why people were upset that she didn't have anything to reveal. Yeah, now she's placing the blame on Sunny Child. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get into what she had to say.
Conversation, what did I think about them moving? I think it's weird. Like I said, she said child boo. She said it. I need to bring him up. Listen, I'm sick of y'all. Did I say that
Thank
already?
y'all. I love that y'all not biased, but you bias. Fubu. For you by you. I appreciate that.
I'm not thinking about now one of y'all, first of all. But if I said it, I said it, and it is what it is. And you know how long ago that was. It don't matter. I said what I said, and it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, I felt like what I told Martell, that it's weird. Like it's just weird. And I don't know how many months ago that's been, but it is weird now. Still weird. And for me, I just felt like, why is a conversation about that when y'all are moving forward and looking at a house and things like that? And then I felt like it was like, why are you laughing about a business that you named after my son and a child that you wanted to have with me? And then it's crazy because the wife supported that and saying, yeah, that was something that they had planned. But in the same sentence, weeks ago, I was a side chick. So I'm just confused as to how you name businesses and plan children with side chicks.
I do give that he downplayed a lot of the scenarios and a lot of the situations leading up to it. Part of me is just kind of like he's trying to save face, because if he tells the truth, it's absolutely going to feel like he's still very much in love with you, and that's a hard pill to swallow. As in, Sunny cannot be naive enough to not like put her foot down enough to check her husband when it comes to the fence that he's straddling on between you and her. I just feel like what's going on in a season where you allow it to be okay for somebody to laugh and giggle and snicker about an ex side piece, ex girlfriend, ex potential, ex whatever in front
Never
of
was no
the
side.
woman that you
I'm a whole meal. Stop playing with me. Find you somebody to play with.
in front of the woman that you said through thin and thick, through love and hate, through death and whatever they say when they're married or getting up there getting married. You said that through sickness and health. You said that. But when you're watching this in real time and you get a chance to see their confessions and their responses and their rebuttals, I know you said that it's weird, but are you picking up, like, are there any, like, because you know Moses better than we know any of y'all. Are there any like subtle hints or any like flirtatious motives or underlying situations that you're picking up on, like he's being him and this is what I'm getting from it? What do you get out of how he's playing this role or these couple of episodes?
It's just weird. I don't really have any more words than that. Like you couldn't even say when somebody asked you what the business was named, you couldn't even say it. Like without laughing. Like what are you laughing at? Because you know that the storyline that's being produced doesn't match the reality. And that's just what I felt.
So you're saying that the storyline is that he came on trying to create the scenario that you were a side piece, that you were nothing, that it wasn't nothing. But as everything is unfolding, people are starting to realize that it's deeper than that. There's more history. There's more context. There's more there's just more of a situation than what was portrayed, correct?
Well, I know what the truth is, and in that moment, it kind of was like, here's the confirmation to. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense, like what's been stated prior to, and then that was a very small moment.
Yeah,
and it's like, Okay, yeah, all right. You named a business and did all these things with somebody that was a side chick. Come on
So do
now.
you ever feel vindicated in those moments? Like, do you feel like, thank you, you're telling on yourself, the world can see it. Stop trying to pay me to be this. The truth is in the pudding. I'm still her. And at the end of the day, like, you can never, like, do you have those moments where you feel like that?
I don't really care that much. What I do feel like is the storyline is being produced, and the reason why he is not as vocal as I know him to be is because when he starts talking, the truth comes out. There we go. When he's not being produced,
I think I
there's been
told
some
you.
things that he said, and I can tell. I'm like, yeah, you being produced. But when it's just organic moments and people are throwing questions, it's like the truth comes out.
I'm really waiting for her to kind of become who she's trying to become, I guess, on the show. Because for me, it's given very much like abrasive energy and like mad. When do the butterflies like fly? When do the birds sing? When do like for me it's just given very much like a war with destiny. And it's like that shouldn't be the purpose. That shouldn't be the
How
focus.
you at war and I'm not even in the fight. Like I'm confused.
What's it called when you have war with yourself? When's war, mental welfare or warfare? That's what we're gonna call it. When you are in war with yourself, that is a mental issue. I'm not
Real
inflicting
T,
any.
if you are still on here, come up, come up, come up, come up. Check your DM and come up. Listen, I really don't know how to like people. What war? Like I have to be in battle, and I'm not battling for nothing or no one. First of all, the woman is the prize. So what am I fighting? Like what are we doing?
Questions that need answer. I feel like it truly looks like you are past it, over it, don't care about it, don't even want to bring it up on the show.
Don't
And
even want to bring it up on Big D
everybody's bringing
Combo, but since we're reviewing the show, then it's a conversation to be had because the
right,
episode just
right, right.
happened.
But what
Because it's
I'm
going to be
saying
like,
is
oh,
that
she's sitting around talking about us. But no, we're talking about an episode that you were in and you signed up for. So let's run it.
the storyline would have went well if there was a bicker and a fight and oh my goodness and I can't believe this and that. But when you didn't get that, it was like now your cards are exposed. And so I think it's kind of hard now to paint the scenario that I stole him. He wasn't checking for you. He had multiple people and this, and that. And at the end of the day, you was a sideline. Well, that ain't the situation because you get what I'm saying? So,
You don't have to fight the truth. I mean, what am I fighting? My truth. Like, I know what it was. He knows what it was. She knows what it was. And it is what it is.
every time I watch the show, I'm like, for you to be the producer, you can produce enough thoughts to know what it is. I don't know how you became dumbfounded. A producer
And
is
this
very
is why my storyline was what it was the last season that I was on.
that's there we go. Speak, just kind of paint that story. When you say this is what the storyline.
Well, this is the production that she's producing, and she was my producer the last half of the season.
So are you alluding that she had a motive to create this storyline?
No, I'm alluding that this is her ability to produce.
Wow.
For me, is this, if we're gonna break the fourth wall, we're gonna talk about production, we're gonna talk about, now this situation and people are on the other side of the camera. It's like real talk, I have to question what it was, And if it was, I've never been deemed various things until I had this producer. Anybody that, I mean, you know me in real life. Like my life is a movie. Real talk. Yeah. My life is enough for you to be able to dig and dissect and create what's really happening on television. And that didn't transcend. And now you're seeing something else not transcend.
Now, I can't personally attest to whether or not Sunni and Moses are indeed married. I'm pretty sure that they are legally married, and if they aren't, then that's easy to find out, I guess, whether they are or are not. Now, whether or not their relationship is real or fake. At first, I thought this was all for storyline, all for them to be on television. But as the season progressed, I started to see that this is a real relationship and that it's not fake based off the things that were said and the emotions that were shown. I no longer think that. Do I think that their marriage is going to last? Absolutely not. Do I think that they're both dumb? Yeah, including Destiny. Because even at this point, I wouldn't even talk about them at all. At all. I don't care about whether it's show wise. Only way I would talk about them is if I'm speaking to Carlos or at the reunion. Other than that, doing interviews regarding them and speaking on them, I just would not, because I don't even want to give you the satisfaction of thinking that you're on my mind at any time or capacity. I just wouldn't give that energy, because it does give press, no matter how much she tries to say that she does not care anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, if you don't care anymore, you're through with it, you're over it, I just wouldn't speak on him. I just honestly would not, because it feeds the fire. And when it comes to her saying that the reason why the last portion of her season before she got fired wasn't good is because Sunni was producing her, I don't agree with that at all. Like, us, the viewers, have been complaining about the fact that you gave us absolutely nothing. And your reasons ranged from so many different excuses. Now you're blaming Sunni for the reason why people had stuff to say about you. You can only, the editors can only edit what you give them, and that ain't got nothing to do with the producer. You had even said out your own mouth you couldn't talk about certain things because of the court case, or because of the legal filings, or because your ex-husband said you couldn't talk about him. Like, it was excuse after excuse after excuse. And now you're saying that that's Sunni's fault, that you weren't produced properly, and that your life is a movie. Well, where was this movie at? Because you didn't give us anything. You kept on saying you couldn't talk about certain things, or people couldn't film with you, or this, that, and the third. So once again, that's a bunch of crap. And I feel like she's trying to place blame again about why she was fired. And that's a bunch of malarkey. Now, everything else can be chalked up to assumptions or assuming, but that right there is a crock of shit, and she knows it. But T Squad, y'all let me know what y'all think about Destiny's interview and what she had to say about Sunni and Moses. Do you agree with what she had to say, or do you not? Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. And check out right now on the screen my last video on Love and Marriage Huntsville news. And guys, please don't forget that this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time, my interview with two-time gold medalist at the Olympics, Natasha Hastings, will be dropping. She is a track and field star. So make sure you guys tune in for that this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. I love you, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.